Today I'm going to introduce you to some different types of squash, and you may already know about them, and maybe not, so that's why I want to introduce you to them. And you've probably seen these in the grocery store, and you probably looked at them and you were probably like, I don't really know what to do with them, so you probably just left them in the store. Alright, so this right here is a butternut squash. This is a buttercup squash, and then this is a spaghetti squash. And I'm going to actually cook these this week so that you can see how you prepare them. As I told you before when I did the video on the buttercup squash, these are very hard. And so if you try to cut them right now at this state, it's very hard to penetrate the outside of it. And some people do, but I choose not to. I choose to put these in a pan of shallow water and bake them in the oven until they're tender to the touch. And then I cut them open and hull the seeds out and season them the way that I want to and eat them. This one right here tastes to me just like a sweet potato. But of course with less calories. This is a combination between a sweet potato and a squash, a yellow squash to me. Of course, form your own opinion, cook it and see for yourself and then let me know. And then this one right here is one of my favorites. It's a spaghetti squash. And when you cook it and open it up, you take a fork and you scrape the squash out and it comes out just like spaghetti. These two right here are real simple. You just bake them, cut them open, and season them and eat them. And this one right here is really good too. It's a butternut squash, and the way I cook mine is I actually put it whole in the oven in the shallow pan of shallow water, and let it get soft, and then I cut it open, and then I hull the seeds out of this little section right here. I'm gonna put some cinnamon on it, a little bit of nutmeg, some vegan butter, and that's what I'm gonna eat for dinner. And this whole thing right here, I mean, this is huge. You can see, I'm gonna put my hand up against it so you can see. It is huge. That entire squash is only around about 100 calories. And so I'm sure I'm not going to eat the whole thing because half of it will fill me up. But this is just another, something else you can try to add. Okay, guys, this is the spaghetti squash. And as you can see, you can press it. This is a lot softer. It's like pressing in. All right, so I'm going to cut it in half. It's a whole lot easier to cut now than it would have been trying to do it the other way. Alright, so I'm going to pull it apart. Okay. And so what you do is you take these seeds out of the center first. So just take a spoon. Just take a fork and you just start pulling it like that. And see, it's like spaghetti. Just let it drop on my cutting board so you can see. Let me show you from this side. See how stringy it is? I'm just pulling it out with a fork. Alright, y'all, you see, this is what it looks like once you hull it out. It looks just like spaghetti, but it's squash. And of course, there's a whole lot less calories. So I'm going to put it in my wok. I'm going to add some parsley, maybe some cilantro to it, put a little butter on it, or either some olive oil or whatever. Maybe some pieces of pepper and onions. And then I'm going to top it with a Parmesan cheese sauce. Vegan Parmesan cheese sauce, and then I'm gonna put some slices of avocado on the side, and I'm making some vegan burgers. All right, there's the buttercup squash. I have that in the pan, and of course, but it's really not when you press it, it doesn't bounce back. It doesn't press in. It's still hard. So that lets me know it's still not ready yet. When I can press it in. Okay guys, here is the Buttercup squash. And I'm gonna press it so you can see how it indents. So that lets me know it's done. What I did was it was not quite done, but I turned the oven off and just let it sit in the oven and let the heat continue to cook it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to season it and pretty much eat it out of the shell. You can stuff it. You know, I do have an amazing stuffed buttercup squash recipe, but today I'm just going to eat it just by itself. All right, so I'm going to cut it in half, hold the seeds out, and show you how I season it. And pretty much that's it for this particular squash. All right, I cut it open and see the seeds in the inside are humongous. So I'm just going to scrape all the seeds out and put it in my trash bag and then season it. And they come out really easily. You see how the squash is already done on the inside? It's already cooked. All right, so let me get these seeds out and then I'll show you the cleaned version. And you don't even have to, see, it comes right on out, this right on out. All right, and so what I would probably do is if I wanted to stuff it, I would go ahead and haul the rest of the clean meat out, and then I would mix that with maybe some vegan ground, some onion, peppers, coconut milk, some nutritional yeast, all my seasonings and everything. Maybe even some rice, or I may even use vegan sausage, whatever. And then I just put it back in the shell and put it in the oven and let it bake for a few more minutes until it's done, or for a few more minutes, and then I eat it. But today I'm just going to season it with some cinnamon, a little bit of salt and pepper. Not really sure what I'm gonna put on it, but you taste it and see what you think it needs, because you might want a little bit of agave, or a little bit of I don't use sugar, but a little bit of maybe some stevia, Splenda, or something like that. But you taste it and see what your taste buds want. Okay, but this is how you cook the buttercup squash. Okay, I've hauled both of them out and now I'm getting ready to season. All right, I decided to top mine with a little bit of Splenda, some cinnamon, a little nutmeg, some butter, and of course I put me some avocado on there. There you have it. Listen, God has created an amazing day, a great day, just for us, and He's allowing us to manage it. So manage it well. There you have it.